There's a reason why most marriages fail. And that same reason is the same reason a lot of people are in debt. And that same reason is the reason why people can't get out of debt. That same reason is the reason you blew the interview. That same reason is the reason you couldn't close the sale. You want to know what that reason is? I'm gonna tell you. Come here. The reason is because of your lack of preparation. Watch this. Stay with me. And because of your lack of preparation, instead of working it, you chose to wing it. Hold on. And when you chose to wing it, guess what? Winging it won't fly. Walk with me. Listen, I'm Billy Miller, the motivational minister. They call me the motivational minister because I help people to improve their lives by teaching them life skills from the Bible. And today I'm going to be teaching a simple message called Winging It Won't Fly. Listen, stop winging it and start working it. Listen, it's not going to take me that long to share this principle with you. I'm going to show you, to drop you some nuggets, and we up out of here. So let me tell you what I mean by winging it. Let's get into it. When I say winging it, this is what I mean by winging it. Winging it means to do something without prior preparation or planning, often improvising as you go. Go ahead and take a screenshot of that or write that down. Listen, a lot of people are winging it. And this is a sure way to fail. This is a sure way to lose favor. The other day I was in a store going to buy something from the electronics section. And when this young guy came up, I could tell he really didn't even want to be there. He on his phone on FaceTime. And when I told him what I was looking for, I can tell that he didn't know the answer to what I was looking for. So rather than to tell me he don't know what I'm talking about or to get some help, he chose to wing it. And guess what? It's easy to tell when somebody's trying to wing it. He's just, oh, let me see. He's going, and he's still on the phone. He never got off the phone. So at some point, as I'm seeing that he's trying to wing it, he's lost my favor. And I said, you know what? Let me go do some more research and I'll come back. But I won't be coming back to him. Why? Because winging it won't fly. I don't want somebody who's winging it. Look at this quote I wrote right here. Take a screenshot of that, write it down. If you wing it, success is unavailable. But if you work it, success is unavoidable. Just chew on that for a minute. This is what's going to determine whether you get ahead or whether you go fall behind. This is going to determine whether you get results or you don't. You're going to have to prepare. And when people don't prepare, they try to wing it. Oh man, that's a good quote right there. Write that down. Let me show you this popular quote by John Maxwell. You might have heard this one before, but it's one of my favorite quotes. He says, if you fail to prepare, then you prepare to fail. Listen, you're going to have to make a decision today that you're going to get prepared. You're going to have to make a decision today to make preparation a part of your life. Because if you fail to prepare, then you prepare to fail. And when you fail, you're going to wind up quitting if you fail too many times. Listen, you can't quit now. And some of you may be watching me, you may be on the verge of quitting. But listen, whether you're on the verge of quitting or not, I have a free resource I want to give you called You Can't Quit Now. If you want this book, just comment book in the comment section. And I'm going to show you how to get from where you are to where you want to be without giving up, without throwing in the towel, showing you the scripture references to support it. It's most definitely going to motivate you and inspire you. It's a short read. Like I said, if you want it, just comment book in the comment section. But listen, you can't wing it. I remember watching this movie, The Best Man, and there was this scene where the Taye Diggs character was about to give a speech, a best man speech. And he had this sheet of paper that he was trying to prepare and get his speech ready. And Terrence Howard character came up and he grabbed the paper and balled it up and did like this from the heart. Everybody understood that scene. Nobody was mad at that scene because subconsciously we think that if we wing it, it comes from the heart. Think with me for a minute. In that scene, we got it because we felt that scene because we was like, yeah, no, forget that paper, forget that script. Speak from the heart. But if he were the one who wrote down what's on that paper, I don't know who, he might have copied something, I don't know. But if he wrote down what's on that paper, it still came from him. One was just prepared. Listen, there's a thin line. I've taught on preparation a lot, especially preparing to be married. And the most common rebuttal I get for I teach on preparation, the most common rebuttal I get is just because you prepare doesn't mean that things are going to be perfect. Just because you prepare doesn't mean that you're going to avoid obstacles. Of course not. That's not the reason for preparation. Preparation doesn't lead to perfection. Preparation leads to perseverance. Chew on that for a minute. But listen, if you prepare, you have a better chance. Listen, preparing for marriage is not going to mean you're going to have a stress-free, no resistance marriage. Follow me? You're going to have your obstacles. You're going to have your disagreements, but preparation is going to help you to persevere. You have a better chance of winning. You have a better chance of succeeding. And a lot of times, we over spiritualize things and we use winging it as an excuse because of our failure to prepare. Let me give you an example. Say you got to go speak at a church, and somebody might just come up there and say, you know what, I'm just gonna go up there and I'm just gonna speak from the heart. Sounds noble, sounds sincere, sounds authentic. But is it really because you wasn't prepared? Listen, the best prepared speech, the best speech is going to be the one that's prepared. All of the speeches you've heard that you can memorize, all of the speeches that are known worldwide, they were prepared. So you don't want to do that because a lot of people think, oh, well, that's reading off a script. And you got to learn the difference. Are you following me? I'm not saying you got to be on script to the point where I'm like this here. Hi, my name is Billy Miller. I'm here today to help you sell this couch. Is this the couch you're looking for? Of course, that don't sound real. That don't sound authentic. Are you following me? I'm just reading from a paper. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying, listen, this is a quote I heard. I can't remember who said it, but they said, a prepared messenger is better than a prepared message. Just chew on that for a minute. A prepared messenger is better than a prepared message. No, I'm not saying are you prepared? You blew the interview and you thinking they're hating on you, but were you ready? Were you prepared? Or were you just there trying to win it? Listen, I was a best man at my brother's wedding, and they still talk about the speech that I gave at his wedding. They still talk about it to this day. Listen, I didn't just come off the cuff with that speech. I wasn't flying by the seat of my pants. I wasn't playing it by ear. Are you following me? That was a speech that I worked on. And guess what? Even when I gave that speech, there was some little parts where I was able to improv, so to speak. But that's because I was prepared. That's the difference. It's like when I'm speaking or when I'm teaching, I have what I call a skeleton. I have an outline. The Holy Spirit will fill the meat in. But it's because I'm prepared that I'm able to do that. But if I just coming off the cuff, I'm just gonna hit the button and see what happens, just winging it. Now, don't misunderstand me. There are times for that. You know, I have one of my best friends. We have once a month we have a mastermind. We call it mastermind meeting. Listen, there's no outline. There's no nothing. We call each other. We sharpen each other up with the word. There's a time for that. I understand. I don't want you to think. I don't want you to go too far left with what I'm saying. I have a friend on Facebook who does a live, and she called it rambling. She just goes on there and she talks about whatever's there to talk about. It's nothing scripted, nothing planned, right? My friend Vita, I should have put her YouTube page on here, but my friend Vita, she does a live every day. And she talks to the people. She goes off, she feeds off the people. So listen, there's a time for that. I understand that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who are just winging it because of their lack of preparation. The marriages are failing because they didn't prepare for marriage. They say we just go wing it. We just go do it. I hope this is making sense to you. Hit that like button if you're understanding what I'm saying. Look at this quote here by Abraham Lincoln. It says, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree. He gonna spend majority of his hours sharpening the axe. What is he talking about? He's preparing. You're gonna have to learn how to prepare. Look at this quote right here. Results often happen when opportunity meets preparation. I just wrote this. There's some nuggets I wrote down. I don't even know if it was a quote. It was just a nugget. We all want results. We all want manifestation. Well, guess what? It often happens when opportunity meets preparation. Opportunity may find you, but you're not ready. And the reason you're not ready is because you haven't prepared. Will you prepare? It's time to get your life in order. I did a whole series last year. Well, actually, I'll put it in the description of this video. Make sure you look at the description of this video because I have some stuff in there for you. But I did a time value series where I taught on the value of time. You need to watch that series. Lord, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Listen, I want to tell you about this though, right quick before I go. A lot of times people wing it because of their arrogance. What do I mean by that? Sometimes your skill, you can have a skill doing something, and because you're good at it, you won't put in the necessary work to get it done, and you'll wing it. So, say for example, I can teach, right? I wouldn't come up here and just start teaching just off the cuff, even though I can do it. And I have done it before, right? And there's nothing wrong with doing it. But because I want to make sure I deliver the best to you, the best communicator is one who prepared. That's another quote by John Maxwell. I learned that from him. He said, research shows that the best communicators are the ones who prepare. And the reason you probably didn't close the sale is because you didn't prepare. The reason you're in debt is because you didn't prepare. The reason you can't get out of debt is because you didn't prepare. The reason you blew the interview is because you didn't prepare. The reason your marriage is struggling is because you didn't prepare. Listen, stop winging it, because winging it won't fly. And even if you're good at it, don't allow that skill to deceive you. As a matter of fact, I want you to watch this video right here where I learned a lesson from watching a Rocky movie, because Rocky He had failed for the same thing. He let his skill deceive him, and instead of working hard to be a champion, he started to wing it. Watch that video. Click it right there. Just click it. Just click it right there. There you go. And I'll see you in the next video. Love y'all. Y'all take care. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay blessed. And always remember that the word is your life.